superhero. Fly away. It's the first time of today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Can I be your superhero? Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one. Only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed. A life destroyed. Until I woke awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Fly away. It's the first time of today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Can I be your superhero? Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Fly away.
Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here at Signature Esports, and a pleasure just to have you live and in charge. A little countdown to green action presented by Lunatic Designs. The best in road racing on Monday nights is going to be right here, live and in charge. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Good to see you all out there. Hope you're all having a wonderful evening. It is that time for the GT3 series presented by CHOPP'N podcast, Chop Racing series on board tonight as we get ready to go green here in just a moment. Hold on just a second. I can hear sound. I hear sound I don't want to hear. All right, we love the guys out there. We wouldn't let them have their race and have what they've got going on. I appreciate you all very much. Mr. Van Ness, thank you for the like, sir. I appreciate you. I'm ready to get this thing underway. How about it? Starting grid for tonight's race. We're going to see David Steiner as your pole sitter here for the Stay Tuned Sports pole sitter. Colby Hartung, your outside pole sitter. Theodore Seidel is going to be out there with Tyler Hammond. Brad Dove, Wesley Strait is going to make up row number 3. Jerry Camorley is going to be out there with Nathan Bigart. And row number 4, Michael Strickland, Pat Green. Robert Church is going to be the final drivers out there. 11 drivers tonight. A little shorter field here as things go to work and kind of where things need to be. And yeah, I don't know. Normally we see Nate up there. I don't know if he qualified or not, but either way, still going to be a good race. 2.8 mile length track here. 60 minutes, one fast repair for the drivers, 2 sets of tires. Track temperature 101 degrees here in Hockenheim, Germany, the Grand Prix circuit of Baden-Württemberg. It is going to be where is the air temperature? There it is, 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Hold on. That turn. I got to change cameras here. There we go. It's a little bit loud on my end for these guys sitting right behind them when they rev their engine. So all good for them. They have the right to do it. I love it. 74 degrees at air temperature, 34% humidity, partly cloudy sky, 6 mile-an-hour wind here in Germany. Virtually as it would be, iRacing, your platform for sim racing. It is all about the day of racing. All right. Before to shoot to the front straightaway, we'll look up what this is the first time I've called this racetrack, so I'm actually kind of excited to see what's going to happen here. Because let's face it, the more I learn about road racing, the better off it's going to be. So the Hockenheim Ring and the Baden-Württemberg. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be insane to see, and we'll make sure we keep up with the race and what the race is going to be looking like, what these drivers are going to be doing, of course. We appreciate Chop Racing and the Chopping It Up podcast for bringing it on board. If you missed yesterday's race, we did the SE 1100. So everything that I was usually doing Sundays way behind. So we'll post all the rest of the race links for Wednesday and for Saturday for the Chopping Up Xfinity Series and the Sunday Series. We'll post all those tomorrow. I had this one posted, but it didn't work for me very well. Didn't have it up earlier. So, those things happen. But from time to time, we like to make sure that we do the right thing for, by everybody. So, all right, they're going. They're green. 60 minutes underway. Turn 1 busy. Kobe Hartung all the way out. David Steiner on the inside. Kobe Hartung utilizing all over the racetrack. We'll see Theodore in his Mustang side by side. Tyler Hammond working on the inside lane. Brad Dove, at 25, working the bottom side. Continuing to push out. All right, let's go over to where the track map is going to be. A lot to be said. 3, 4, and now the Parabolica is going to be this big, long, sweeping dog leg. Hairpin turns coming up turn 6. It's going to be a right-hander, as we'll see the Mustang try to soak in. David Steiner out front. Turn 7 is going to be the right-hander coming up. Little dog leg. Mercedes turn is going to be just after that. Little short shoot to the left-hander. The right-hander into the left-hander here for David Steiner. Back to the right-hander. Up it again. Turn 9, turn 10. Long straight into the Mobile 1 right-hander right here for David Steiner. Flatter racetrack, what we're used to. Left-hander coming up is going to be the Sachs turn. Short S's here, turn 13. Left-hander, right-hander is going to be turn 14. Little short straight shoot up to turn 15. And then another final turn, turn 16, onto the front straightaway. That is lap 1 complete. The Nord curve is going to be turn 1. This is what you see right here. It's what you see a lot of drivers hit that wheel hop and come all the way out with the tires all the way to the left side of the green area right there. Not an off track by any stretch of the imagination. The only driver has an off track right now. Going to be Kobe Hartung. You'll see the inside lane working. There is Tyler Hammond in 4th. Nathan Bigart just behind. Bigart trying to press forward. In track position is key. Brad Dove off track is coming back around. Giro just had an off track as well. Wonder what it was doing. Giro was at the 61. Hold on, let's just click play. Just to in the gas. And Giro just behind him. Into the zone. Get the tires going into the braking zone right here. Up and out. And one more time. Wanted to see where he went off track. Oh, right here. It was on the front straightaway. I don't know where because he resets. Zero resets. So this might be turn 1 right here that he had to do that. They were door to door here. Oh, just got the tires on the inside line. That's what happened. All right, Dub working. David Steiner, fastest lap so far, 139.50, trying to close in. Go on, drivers. Have a nice, clean race. Love to see it out there. Steiner and Sadell's going to be right there. Big Art in 5th, trying to get around Tyler Hammond. Churchy having an issue. He writes himself back the correct direction, so he's going to be rolling. 3.5 minutes, David Steiner. We'll see exactly what needs to happen. 8.5 back as Big Art clears Tyler Hammond here. A little hi, how are you? From the headlights here from the McLaren. Corvette is what Tyler Hammond's driving. good day out there. McLaren out front, 2 Fords and another McLaren. Tyler Hammond drops to the inside. Big drive off for Nathan Bigart. So Tyler Hammond with the right sides on the inside. Didn't help him turn all that well. Apexing on the drive line is massive. But having that drive off and trying to hit the corners as smooth as you can. What we see out of that. Here's the difference on the race line. Get open setups for these drivers. Left side all the way to the wall. Right side apex up and out. Left side's all the way near the grass to the right side here as they come around. Turn 12 at the Sachs turn. And turn 13 right here. 15. And then out. And 16. And we're right back into the throttle very early for your 5 race winner. Big Ironton 4th. David Steiner has 2 poles on the series now as he works just ahead here coming off pit road. So a chance for the leader to put your lap down, but you're just going to be just fine. David Steiner, 19:28 on the iRating. Lap times still pushing. Big Arts at 1:41.0 his last time by. He'll spend the next hour really just dialing in the car and dialing in the race line. Kobe Hartung to the inside, setting up the hairpin turn. Will fall in line. You're going to see Nathan Bigart able to get a better drive into the corner to have the turn off. Kobe Hartung trying to get around Theodore there. Straightaway goes to the downforce of these cars, but the technical prowess of some of the non-American cars are really they really do show up on these racetracks. The downforce on the front splitter and the rear diffuser, just there's just more to it when it comes to how these cars do it. But the rear downforce on these cars like this Mustang just really shows what the speed you can get. Massive wings on the back of the Mustangs. Kobe Hartung trying to set up Theodore here for a pass. They really, really do have those race cars on track. Here's the off track for Wesley Strait. He hits the grass. Stryker all the way out as well. His Corvette really, really doing what he can. Churchy, everybody hitting that corner off into the sand or the gravel back there, and hitting those marks. 1:39.05, fastest lap for Nathan Bigart. David Steiner trying to hold on to what he has. 7 seconds the gap from first to fourth. Tyler Hammond 11.8 back. And everybody looking nice and calm for the time being. Let's see if we can make SDK bigger here. Might be we can do that. Pretty sure we can do it that way. We may have to move some things over. May have to. Well, not gonna work the right way. Hold on. We're gonna put it back like it was. Ardianto, welcome aboard. I appreciate the like. Thank you so much. David Steiner, 7.9, and Big Arts. Want to work around a couple of drivers. Kobe Hartung able to take over second. Brent Dove, Robert Church still out there working. And this track is amongst other as amongst one of Germany's finest. And it was originally called the Triangle Course. It was built in 1932. Man behind it was Ernst Christ, a young timekeeper who felt that a racing track should be built in his hometown of Hockenheim. He submitted the plans to the mayor, and they were approved on Christmas Day in 1931. The first layout of the track was around 12 kilometers long and consisted of a large triangle-like section, a hairpin in the city, and 2 straights connected them. That's how this thing got it started. which is pretty darn fantastic to see all the drivers continue to utilize this track. This track is still in. I believe I'm looking through the history of this racetrack, and I believe I think it was 2002 when they had a redesign on this racetrack. F1 officials deemed the 6.82 or the 4.24 mile track to be shortened and threatened to discontinue racing at Hockenheim, threatening to relocate to other tracks such as the Euro Speedway and Lausitz and sites in Asia. The state government of the Baden-Württemberg secured the financing for the redesign by the Hermann Tilke for the 2002 German Grand Prix. The stadium sanction remained mostly intact despite the new surface of the tighter Turn 1 or the Nord Curve. Massive racetrack. It's not this one is big, but I tell you what, 4.24 miles or 6.823 kilometers that's a massive racetrack no matter how you look at it. The track seating capacity is 120,000 due to the large grandstand sponsored by Mercedes-Benz. Formula One has continued to race there, and they have been hosted there to include this track and the Nürburgring. They started that in 2007. They actually have a drag racing. It's called the Nitro Olympics. They have the Rico Anthus quarter mile on site. So they do some drag racing over there as well. Massive racetrack. So here's the history behind Hockenheimring. Gotta like it. Kobe Hartung. Get a little bit faster each lap. David Steiner just ran a 1:39.33. Striker a little bit of an off track. Churchy rolling forward in his Corvette. As the drivers still putting in the energy. Lots of energy here for each one of the drivers. Massive time. All right. Best lap for Mr. Church, 1:44.762. Is up 2 spots from the start of the race. Brad Dove off 5 from the start of the race. His last lap was 1:43.649. That was his best lap. Gira rode a 1:43.89. Tried to play catch up as well. That was his last lap, off 4 from the start of the race. Looks to be behind Tyler Hammond, who is 1:41.470. Last lap 1:42.559. Kobe Hartung gets a little bit faster this time by. Closes in 3/10 of a second here. Trying to hold off Nathan Bigart, who just ran a 1:39.66. So the top 3 drivers still rolling a good relative here. 8 1/4 the gap to the leader, David Steiner. See the straightaway go to his advantage. Shortening up the racetrack and shortening up the turns here as they get around. Turn 10, the right-hander you're going to see coming up. And a big let's go from the Budgie Bird. Another right-hander for turn 11, turn 12, of course. The horseshoe. Look, you see all those tracks off of the racing surface over there. It's crazy to think. Here's we're gonna try to watch this portion of the racetrack and see if we can see where these drivers are going out. Right there, you see the drivers going all the way off the racetrack. Tyler Hammond coming around. Right there, tires. You see all that dirt? That gravel is not what you want to see kicking up on the racetrack. But hey, it's no big deal. Pat Green coming around. It's going to have Wesley Strait just behind. Michael Strickland closing into the distance, able to keep that. Keep this. I think this has been the most troublesome section of the racetrack. David Steiner, 9 seconds the gap between first to third. Theodore, 16 seconds and trying to close in. 1:42.40. He just ran a 1:42.56. Wesley Strait rolling striker 1:41.49. So he's got a little bit more speed on board with the Chevy Corvette. What is he running? He's got a Raise Energy on the side of that little Pirelli. Raise Energy. They were at one time a sponsor of the channel, and then I found that I just didn't like the taste of them in comparison to other energy drinks. But that's just my personal preference. Raise is a good company. They tend to take care of all of their content creators out there. So, but that's just kind of flavor. That's everybody has their own flavor, right? That's how I feel about it. Similarly, I like Monster. Some people don't like Monster, right? So that's a big thing. The curves are amazing. Go Striker, says Mr. Van Nest. 98 rested, not feeling. I hope you feel better, Chris. I know there's a bunch of flus going around, but we all want to make sure that everybody's doing is feeling better. You know what I mean? Here's a look at the big establishment here in Germany. Here's the right-hander for your race leader, David Steiner. This is on board the blimp camera, so it gives us a big idea of what these drivers are doing. Again, a lot to be said for what this track has to offer. In 2, 3, and 4, beautiful curves. The Parabolica is going to be the turn 5. This is that long sweeping curve, almost we call it a dog leg when it comes to golf terms. Heavy braking zone to the hairpin is going to be the right-hander, turn 6. You see what David has to do here to hit that mark. Just try to shorten up the corner, but be able to have the drive off. Turn 7 is going to be the dog leg right-hander. Boom. Up and out. Try to hold on into the Mercedes left-hander here. It's an awkward corner because you feel like you want to push all the way out to the outside of the racetrack, but you have to immediately set yourself up for the left-hander in turn 8. So turn 7 is it's a little bit more. It seems like it's a little bit more challenging to be able to do so. And there's that gravel section out of the Bubble 1 turn into the Sachs turn here. Turn 13 again, 13 and 14. The S's between the Sachs and turn 15. And they line it up. And then turn 16 gets onto the front straightaway. This is the set curve. And drivers moving. Nice and easy. Quarter way through this race, 60-minute race here today. Drivers will have to pit at least one time for fuel. Tires don't seem to have been the level of what we've seen. Nathan Bigart has 5 wins through 5 races, and try to see one more out of all of that. It's a big racing complex. Imagine if this racing complex was double the size. That's what we saw before. Brad Dove having a hard time back here, but all the blessings in disguise. Yeah. One good thing. iRacing, your platform for sim racing. If you want to get out there and start your iRacing service today, they usually have a great deal on your first month. See, that's what I was talking about right there, setting up this corner for the left-hander. Just kind of short shoot them. 8.5 the gap here for Colby Hartung. But if you want to get out there, you can use any one of these drivers' names and find yourself helping them out as drivers for a little extra sort of credit, but also yourself. If you buy a subscription and you get yourself racing, you'll be able to put yourself in the driver's seat of a lot of free cars and free racing. So just for the subscription, you already get included content in there. So if you want to race one of these cars and some of these tracks, you will have to purchase. There's a lot of in-game purchases that you're gonna have to make. But I'll tell you this much: it is a great simulator, and it's been very enjoyable for me, not just for content reasons, but it's also been a great platform just to expose myself to much more racing. Female King 181, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a good night. Hope everybody's having a good night. Thank you all very much for being out there. Now, racing is on. 9 seconds the gap from first to second. 10 seconds back as Nathan Bigard tries to push out here. Theodore coming around as 23.5 seconds the gap. Tyler Hammond will be in fifth. Theodore, 13 seconds the gap now between his position and the next spot. Tyler Hammond figured a few things out as well. Stryker getting a touch faster, up 3. Churchy up 3 as well, 145 this last time by. He is hovering around right where he needs to be. Trying to get more out of that car. Wesley Strait had an off track, so he's just needing to do what he can. Pat Green on pit road. Pat had an issue. We'll take a look. There's Pat Green. Over the corner. Oh. Heavy on the brakes. Your first driver lap down. Brad Dove up to 9th. Robert Church again up 3. Just trying to keep it on the track. That's all I would be doing. I'd be trying to just keep it on the track. These cars look good. They sound good. As every one of them try to hit their marks. Tyler Hammond just ran his fastest lap of the race at 141.44. So just a touch faster each and every track. Bigart trying to push to pass 10.25 the gap to David Steiner. David Steiner just behind Brad Dove. Steiner will be trying to push out. The leaders are coming. You gotta move out of the way. Road Series racing has different rules than what you see on the oval circuit. Steiner able to clear, pushes out, gonna be rolling. Colby Hartung sees Nathan Bigart just behind him. Big battle here for both of these drivers. Everybody's trying to push forward. Again, up and out. 9.5 the gap. Bigart to the back bumper of Hartung here. Hartung, solid night. Comfortable so far. Tyler Hammond, touch faster each lap. Trying to push the boundaries just a little bit more. Michael Strickland coming around. He's going to get up into turn 12 himself. We'll take the left-hander. We'll see what drive off he's going to have here as they continue to roll forward. Up and out. Apex the corner. All the way around to turn 16. Back over the front straightaway. You have to be on the limits with all these corners. And that's what we're seeing out of it. David Steiner. 10-second gap now. And we'll see if anybody tries to do anything here when we get to the halfway point. Or if they're just going to run it out of fuel. That's one of the things that I've seen the drivers do. They run it out of fuel and they put just enough in there. Wesley Strait having an issue just a moment ago. Here's what happened. Ooh, and a driver pressed on the inside there. That was Gira. Gira coming around. But on a great little action here. David Steiner, 10.4 the gap. These two, good little battle for second as the Ford tries to hold off the McLaren. McLaren 720, a beautiful car. A little wiggle out of the GT3 Mustang. The Chevrolet Corvette GT3 is a beautiful sounding car. My favorite sounding car is not on the racetrack. Not on the racetrack. But, you know, these things, they do happen. Right on board with Tyler Hammond. Signs on the left help your braking points. And then, I mean, just a bunch of switchbacks here. Very technical course. And just try to maximize everything that you're doing. 141.76 for Wesley Straight last time by. 137 miles an hour on that short little... There it is. The goal is to hit that apex and be able to throttle up out of the apex, and it's so hard to do. Just watching what these drivers are doing. Again, first call here on this racetrack, but just watching, everything that I've learned about Road Series racing just through iRacing here. Oh, there's some sound issues. Sorry about that. I don't know what was going on there. But just what I've learned through the... through how to race road course racing, and learning it from some of the best out there. Just watching some of the best. I mean, Max Verstappen. You can watch any race. He's constantly out here trying to continue to keep his craft up, even through the off season when he's not racing. So that's which is amazing to see. Some of the world's best out there racing. A track like Hockenheim is massively is one of those racetracks that goes to show that you if you can apply the pressure and the physics of racing on one course, you can try to do it on every course. Right there, just the drive off, being able to get back into the throttle is massive. They got up 5, biggest mover of the race currently. Stryker still trying to close in 5 seconds to Tyler Hammett, is just ahead of him. And so much happening. It's lots of little battles on this racetrack. 26 minutes in. David Steiner leads by 11.1 seconds. And here's a chance for Brad Dove to learn where to enter the corner, how to break into the corner just a little bit. He's getting better each and every race. Churchy coming around. It's going to be up 3. Up on the front straightaway. He's still on the lead lap. The leader is coming. Literally rolling around the bend. Oh, wheel hop pushes all the way out. Big travel off of turn 1. It was massive. Colby Hartung, Nathan Bigart. Into the braking area, pushing out again. This is what I talk about. Trying to get a little bit more out of the car each and every lap. These two have been within a half second of each other for a couple of laps now. Theodore will be coming to pit road. It'd be the first taker when it comes to fuel. 10.5 the gap. It was 11 seconds, so a chance for the McLaren to work around. RB, thank you for the like, sir. I appreciate you. Hey, congratulations on winning the fan vote contest on Facebook. You have earned yourself $20 that we're going to add to that total when I send that over to you. Like I said, I sent a message to everybody, told everybody what was going on. We had to move some money over. I had to get to the bank today and move some money over. That's why I did it today. So it takes a day or two for that to clear, and then do the right thing. Had to move from one account to another to another account. We move all of the anytime we have a special event and we take in money, we try to keep that in its own account, so that way I can always have accountability for it. So that stuff is it's going to be paid out. I think Wednesday is a solid day for it. If not, it'll be Thursday. But everybody will be paid and everybody will be good to go. Wow. This dang nerd like a shortcut right there. Hartung, Nathan Bigart. Racing each other hard. Up and out they go. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. That's the truth of it all. That's the reason why I messaged everybody. I don't want special event money or anything like that to be interfered with anything else that we do, or personal money or things that I have to deal with. Tyler Hamilton come to pit road. This is the halfway mark of the race, so it's a It's a pretty good opportunity to do so. Colby Hartung. 11.1. Big Art throttles back up. That's a good corner for Nate. Just has to try to capitalize on it when it comes to it. So I hope everybody understands. It was my own doing. Normally I already have that stuff done, and I just didn't. I'd forgotten to and just kind of lost track of what was going on. With everything that we do, I do every once in a while lose track of time or lose track of what's, what day it is. So we'll get everybody taken care of. Gravel all over the racetrack out of that corner. And I tell you what, I know that Colby is leading over Nate right now, right? Nate's car just looks faster. Just probably because of the way that it hugs. It just seems like it's not bouncing, right? The suspension on the Mustang just looks like it's one way or the other. So Dove coming around on his lap 17. He's doing fine. Yeah, I just want to make sure everybody's good. Everybody knows. Because I would much rather have everybody paid the day of, and that this is the first time this has ever happened. So, and it's my own fault because I didn't take care of things. But I thought we were going to be good, and then I got to look at everything yesterday while we were racing, and I was like, shoot. So there's the Eagle. This is still my favorite one for you.
Mighty Eagle!
Hey, is yours kind of quiet? Play yours again. Do yours again. You can do yours again. What's up, brother? Good to see you out there. Hey, play yours again. I want to see the level. Please and thank you. All right, thank you. It's fine. Never mind. It's fine. Certain things sound louder. I don't know. Tyler Hammond having an issue. Oh, no. This is it. Did he take tires? Oh, he had to serve a penalty coming to pit road. It looks like. First gear. Oh, wheel hops. Sends it around. Hit that turtle on the inside. Dang it. Colby Hartung comes to pit road. That is Gira coming out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Nate takes over 14 seconds here, the gap. Colby Hartung will have an opportunity here. See if he just takes fuel and see any tires on the car. So at least I didn't see it happen. So he's going to leave pit roads. Fuel's a big concern. Tires, not so much. Absolutely, my friend. Hey, I sent the invoice over to for your second season for Chop Shop. You guys are squared up. There's like a $50 difference, and I how do I put that? Yeah, it was a $50 difference, and so I waived that $50. So you guys are good for season 2 in your Xfinity series. So we're gonna have you for a while. But I like it. Then we got a dirt series coming up sometime soon on Thursdays. Whenever they figure out what they're driving, I'll post it. And we'll get everybody backing up and interested into it. Churchy in 7th. It's going to be up 4. Striker's up 6. Colby Hartung comes out 4th. Tyler Hammond having an issue there. Man. Let's go 63. I like it. Yeah, man. MJ, what are you saying, man? Where are you at? How come you're not here? Think I know who that is. I appreciate you watching. You have to work every day. It's been a day. It's been a day, folks. It's been a week. It's been a weekend. It's all good. It's all good. Be good to see you. It'll be great to get your podcast back up and, you know, looking straight on the straight and narrow. Big Art trying to close in 14.5 seconds. David Steiner out front. First chance to have a dominating performance here is this track. Again, technical track, same car, same setup, same look is what's going on. Stryker sits in third again. Colby Hartung 6.5 back. We'll see what Stryker's going to do here. He's yet to come to pit road again. Drivers come in. Like 21 laps complete. We should hit that 40 mark. Churchy with an off track. That is the most troublesome portion of this racetrack. It's turn 11. You see all the grass and the debris flying off the tires. The gap working. You just made your new one a couple days ago. When's the? I need a release schedule. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe I need a schedule. That way I can keep up on it. I can talk about the announcements of what you guys are doing, right?
2319! We have a 2319!
Here's the babe. Friday, you think? Okay. I'm supposed to be the publicist for the league, right? With 3 series, I think, what is it, 3 series, 2 series? The Cup Series and the Xfinity Series and this year. So 3 series. The Chopping It Up podcast is involved with Chop Racing. We should probably have a release schedule by now. Totally kidding. It doesn't matter. As soon as it hits, I'll talk about it, and I'll talk about that as a current event, if that makes sense. So we'd like to see it. Here's Jess out there. Yep, that's the beautiful. 13.5. Big Art in second. Stryker's going to be in third. Colby Hartung closing at 5 3/4. You see Stryker just ahead. David Steiner coming to pit road. Got to be flawless here. Pit road speed a little bit at 50 miles an hour, I do believe. So Big Archer will come around. He'll get credit for a lap led here. And Kenny, he just ran a 1:39.89, so we'll see if he's going to be able to do so. 1:40.10 this time by. David Steiner ran a little bit slower because he came to pit road, so we'll see how that's going to be. Strickland coming around. We'll try to maximize the input here. Make sure you guys chat over to Budgie too. She's the lone wolf out there on the fantastic Twitcher-Rooney right now. YouTube and Facebook got themselves some viewers, that's for sure. Which we appreciate. This is not a racetrack people really know about unless you're in iRacing or you're into the GT world. And right now, most people who are in the GT world are either asleep or getting up for Tuesday, or are already up for Tuesday right now. Yeah, if it weren't for the fact that it was Ray's energy, I'd be okay with it. I'm not hating on his scheme. Love the purple. There's Nate leading. David Steiner, 19 seconds and closing in. Chance to take fuel only. And yeah, he's got a shot here. Ooh, a little bit of traffic. Whoa. Right there's Wesley Straight. He'll go a lap down. Currently trying to make things happen. He just came off pit road. Tyler Hammond towing to pit road, I do believe. He did. He had an issue on lap 20. He was doing well. He's comfortable in the top 5. He's a top 5 car every night. I think the car just... he had something going on there. I don't know what it was. Maybe a shifter issue. right, gap closing to Big Art and Steiner. Steiner's pit stop put his lap time at 2:08. Big Art's running 142s, 140.2s. His lap prior to that 140.1. So everything has to cycle. Pit road is going to be where Big Art's going to give up about 20 extra seconds. So that's what the gap is. If Nate keeps flirting with that that portion right there, he's gonna have to watch it. Stryker will still have to cut pit road as well. Kobe Hartog trying to become and cycle. Theodore 48 seconds behind where he is at. Brad Dove is going to be a lap down, so is Church and Wesley Straight. Wesley Straight just behind Nathan Big Art. We'll come around and cycle for one more. 40 minutes, try to get 2 laps led, but David Steiner closing in. Wesley Straight just had an issue. Church having an issue right now into the middle of the corner. We'll see Gira there. So hard to get these cars back and rolling. Sideways. Oh no, Church up into the gravel. And that's the thing. You have to slow roll and get the tires cleared off before you can really get back in it. These things are super sensitive. His tires cool off real quick getting into the grass, but the hot sand and gravel behind it will make these cars treacherous to drive. David Steiner goes in another second this last lap. 139.40. Big Art ran a 139.99, but David Steiner, the clear advantage here. Budgie sliding in. Big Art trying to travel all the way out. He's not traveling all the way out where David is. So there's a lot to be on this racetrack. There's a lot to learn about where this racetrack is going to be. 41.35 being completed as everybody goes to work. A lot of chance. Here's Gira. Hartung looking to push to pass. Is closed in on that 5-second gap. 61 goes high, lets the 21 go around. Wesley just ran his fastest lap of the race, 140.60. So he's closing in, getting some PBs out of all this. A chance to got to see where the race line's going to present the best line. Theodore 142.33 just ahead of him. So we'll see how that's going to fare out for the Storm Racing team. Speaking of teams, we're going to be hosting a team event. It is a NASCAR multi-class team event. Stryker coming to pit road. The NASCAR team event is going to be 6 hours at Talladega. It is a multi-class race where we're going to see the next generation Cup cars, the Xfinity cars, and the NASCAR, the Craftsman trucks, all at Talladega together. Up to 60 drivers, up to 3 drivers per car, basically per team. Each car is a team, and there'll be small requirements for drivers to be able to switch out. But if you've got 2 drivers, you can run 3 hours a piece and get out there and run. It's all for, be doing it all for charity, for a charity that Jess chose. So that's going to, one coming to pit lane here. So Jess chose a charity, and that'll be the charity that we run for. It's going to be awesome. That's going to be on April 19th. It will run for 6 hours. It'll start at 2 p.m. Eastern. That's when the session will go live, and then we'll do 30 minutes of practice and 5-minute lone qualifying, and then chaos from there. No cautions, 3 fast repairs, over 6 hours. Goal is not to use fast repairs, but we're allowed 1 fast repair per driver. And then, yeah. All right, David Steiner takes over the lead. Big Art on pit road, serving a penalty because he had an unsafe pit entrance. And that was the penalty that you saw there. That was when he entered pit lane. And this is what I saw here. Let me go back. Unsafe pit entrance on this racetrack. We saw this bite hit Tyler Hammond too. So you must. Here's the chance to do this. So you must be this direction here. And when Nate was coming to pit road, he just missed pit road entry. And one of the things he did was he came across this line. This is your commitment line right there. And that is considered unsafe pit entry. Well, yep. You know, little telestration going on. Oh, man. Kind of like telestration, right? David Steiner up and out. There's Big Art. Now he's got 50 seconds. Theodore, 27 and a half back. Striker will be trying to pick up one more of those spots. We're under 15 minutes to go here. Steiner gets around Brad Dove. 24 seconds the gap between David Steiner and Kobe Hartog. Calm little race. Pat Green, Tyler Hammond on pit road. Gira up to ninth. Brad Dove off 3. Still trying to work his way to the top 5. Robert Church up 4. Striker's going to be up 4 as well. Big Art is going to have to push to pass here. A tough track. A good track. This is a good track. It's one of those tracks that just watching it makes me want to drive it now. So I'm pretty happy about it. It's pretty intense. You're looking at kind of where these drivers need to be and where they're trying to press. Oh, we have points to look at, folks. Let's make sure we take a look at those because I have that all set up. Nathan Big Art leads in the points. He was 5 for 5 going into today's race, and barring catastrophe, that winning streak came to a close. Caffrey, who was out there, he is second so far. David Steiner has now has 2 poles over the course of the first 6 races. Has one on coming into today's race. We'll have an opportunity to take over second here. A lot of points to catch up, but he missed a race as well, so there's some points that he didn't have there. Anthony Crownover missing today's race as well. Striker sits 5th of the points. Kobe Hartog, Chris Roberge, Pat Green, Jonathan Casebeer, and Theodore all the way through to the 10th place. A lot of people had Super Bowl stuff yesterday. Some people had work today. Some people don't own this track. Speaking of tracks you don't own, got a Crown Jewel February 17th. That's going to be next Monday. Crown Jewel is going to be an hour and a half race. It is the Nürburgring combined course. So we're going to go to, basically 2 German courses back to back. So that's what we'll see next week. Nürburgring, famed. I do own that track. I have ran that track. I have ran that track in every vehicle that I have owned, or at least tried to. To include, not the dirt cars. I have ran it in everything but dirt cars. I even tried to run it in the pro light. And the Mazdas. Mazdas are funny. Still like them. Churchy coming around. Brad Dove just behind him of a second and a half. You see, that's a battle for position right there. Dove just ran his fastest lap of the race. So does Jura. 142.97 for Dove. Jura. K Morley just ran a 142.35. Church had an off track where he had an issue. Oh, Big Art had an off track. He had to come back to pit road. Oh, no. Oh. Fast repair. Yeah, he's going to be able to take it. I'd be able to get tires as well. So Theodore's going to take over third. Bigard coming off pit road. Going to have to push to pass for the next 9 minutes. Stryker closing in inside the top five. Bigard I've not seen Nate have the first time we've seen a mistake from Nate. He just got too high into the corner. Very rare. Goes to get in the corner. He's downshifting here. Just car didn't turn. That was the off track there. Yeah. That's enough to do damage. Well. David Steiner. I tell you what, Nate finished second yesterday overall. He did win the 600. He's probably tired. We go, oh no, Budgie. I know. David Steiner dominant today, though. The dominate. I don't wonder if his I know it's not a play on words because we have Nate out there, Nathan. But he's finished second to the guy quite a few times, so we'll see how that works. Now, Nate, if he times it right and pushes it out just right, he should be able to have an opportunity. We'll see if he'll be able to catch Theodore. Theodore will see Kobe Hartung just ahead of him, 58 seconds ahead of him. Sorry, just ahead, not just ahead. At 58 seconds. Big Art, 209.881. Back to four. Strikers in fifth. Here's your race leader. 23 seconds the gap. David Steiner cruising. And what a massive way to do it. Hockenheimring. There's the budgie. Thank you, budgie. Still haven't seen the spider since come around.
You serious?
Serious. Bilal, thank you very much for the like. I appreciate you. Kobe Hartung at second, 23-4, 23-5 back. He's doing well. Everybody's doing well. It's a calm race. Red Dove off track here. There's that turn 11 section. That gravel pit. A pain in the tuchus. Wesley Straight try to close in. Just a little bit more. Here's Theodore just ahead of him. David Steiner, the Australian, out front. Just has to be smooth and comfortable. There's Michael Strickland just ahead of him. Striker 4.5 to Nathan Bigart. So that's a close battle chance. Under 5 minutes to go. Striker just ran a 1:41.01. Bigart ran a 1:42.43, but I think his pit stop was in between all that as well. Either that or he is managing the surface. Theodore, top 3, right where they started. Biggest move of the race tied between the 4 drivers. Furthest driver back would be the biggest move of the race right now. Currently, Robert Church, Theodore. Whoa. Sideways end of the corner. Chance for Bigart. Now we have an opportunity. The race might be on. Budgie. 500 biddies. There's Theodore. 4.5.
Budgie Bird 5 sent 500 bits.
Thank you, dear. I appreciate the 500 biddies. I really do. Trying to figure out why it's doubling up the audio. I don't know. I can hear it echo. Steiner 23.5. Striker 1:40.43. Here to push. And something that I didn't think we'd see. Coming out of the corner, Bigart. Looking almost to get lapped. Theodore able to stretch to 6.5. Was closed in to almost 5. Strickland 1.7. Nate, I don't know if Nate's got an issue or something going on with Nate. He really backed up his pace. So Striker just ran his fastest lap of the race. And a chance to push in. He's getting faster. David Steiner, last lap, 1:40.03. Tires off track right there. Doubles in. Not something that we see too often. 3 minutes left to go. And Nathan Bigart's in danger of being lapped, so is Michael Strickland, but a push to pass. And Striker pushes all the way out to the outside of the racetrack. Battle on for fourth. 7.8 Bigart. Into turn 1. Pushes all the way out. Trying to clear Striker. I mean, this is a chance for David Steiner just to relax. He is lapped all the way up to 5th. Apex at the corner. You see David Steiner, just how clean he can get into the corner there. Straight away goes to the driver. Striker gives way, lets the leader pass. He'll go a lap down, but his battle continues to move on. David Steiner clears the corner. Striker to the inside. Strickland almost had it clear. Bigart throttles back up. His battle's right here for a top 5. David Steiner clears. Bigart closing into the corner. Kobe Hartung settled in. Theodore still working. David Steiner, chance for Bigart to learn a little bit about what David's been doing this entire time. He's going to ride right behind him. Striker still there to close in. This is a good battle here. It's the closest battle we have right now. Everybody else is just kind of relaxing. David Steiner will come around. This will be your white flag lap, final lap here. As 59 laps complete, 59 minutes complete, 36 laps. David Steiner rolling. Theodore just has to keep it clean and try to finish ahead of these two, because Theodore's going to start seeing David Steiner in his rearview mirror very soon. And Bigart learning a little bit here. Steiner's last lap, 139.68. Through the gears, Stryker pushes all the way out, closes in. It's the halfway part of the racetrack. Heavy braking for Strickland, trying to make it work. Throttles up, goes out, tires to the apron. And you can see Nate's line starting to mimic what David's doing here. Oh no, is Steiner out of... He's not out of fuel, is he? No, he's going to let these two do it. Yeah, he's going to let them battle. That's what you want to see. They get a whole nother battle. David Steiner comes around, hits the hairpin turn. Big Art Strickland get one more lap to do it. They'll get to battle. Stryker to the inside. 01 crosses over. Stryker goes to the inside. Toward in, onto the grass. Oh, baby. That's the race. We're going to watch that one. David Steiner's going to win. But these two still got a whole lap to go. Stryker pushing out. Colby Hartung will come around. He'll finish second. Comfortable race. Nice job by Colby Hartung. Theodore's still on the racing surface, so he's still got to complete. Uh-oh. I think these two are waiting to race. Oh, no, what happened? Oh. Wait, they didn't complete their lap. Wesley Straight's going to take over that spot. Well, Steiner gets the win. Colby Hartung. Theodore's still racing. He's going to finish third. So Stryker and Big Art, they didn't complete their last lap. So I wonder if that'll be the finishing position. They'll figure that out. Your top three are your top three. Theodore still has to complete the race. I thought we were going to get a whole lap of extra racing there. That'd have been cool. Oh. Yeah, Theodore is going to finish third. Congrats to Theodore. Able to capitalize on those guys. There it is. Steiner, Hartung, Siddell, and then it'll be Big Art Strickland. That'll be how that is presented. Wesley Strait, Robert Church, Brad Doves, Yurka Morley, Ken Morley, Tyler Hammond, Pat Green. That'll be the results of that one. But hey, David Steiner put on a show. Did a great job. It was a dang old great job. There he is. There he is. David Steiner comes home in P1 tonight. That is a feat that I was wondering. It was, he went 5 for 5, but today you literally were the epitome of your team name. You dominated today. What a race you had, and oh man, I tell you what, difficult track, but you made it look flawless.
Thanks, buddy. I did enjoy it. I had a fairly clean race for the most part. I pulled 1X on at turn 1 at some point, and that was a bit disappointing to ruin a clean sheet. But aside from that, it was mostly clean, and I did enjoy it.
I know where the
Good
1X,
race. Look forward to. What's up?
I was going to say, I know when the 1X happened. You literally launched over the turtles at turn 1, and you cleared them. It was your 1X.
Yeah.
It was, mean, it was a clean line. I was like, hey, that was awesome. That was the one incident that I saw.
It's a tough one. Turn 1, yeah, hard to get right. It's hard to get right.
It was fun to watch. This is tell people what it's like to have all these switchbacks, because it's one of the flatter courses that we've been to so far. Outside of the Daytona Road Course, the banking is the only thing that's elevation changing. But this racetrack, it is literally a technical course, and I mean motorcycles run this thing.
Yeah, it's an interesting track. I kind of like it. It's a technical track. You've got to these switchbacks that you talk about are interesting. You've got to achieve your best lap time. You've got to compromise on, for example, on one turn, and to give you the chance to get on the gas early to take the next one. And there's a couple of places where that happens. I think turn two is where you need to sort of compromise on that turn and just make get on the gas early after that, and then you can continue. If your delta is green, then you can continue with that all the way down the straight to the hairpin there, and then in that back section, probably around where you kink infield, not at Sachs Curve or the stadium, but before that, when you kink right and then come around. It's the same sort of thing. You got to just sort of don't be tempted to throw it in there too hard. You got to take it a little slower, but then it opens up the next corner. So it's an interesting technical track.
That's what I was watching. I was pointing that out every time. There's two portions of the racetrack, just like you were talking about. There's so much to it, but it makes for a fun race, and it makes for an opportunistic race line to just to take advantage of one, clean air, but also just the sights and sounds of what these cars can do on a track like this. I was watching the race throughout, and then when you passed Michael and Nate, I was like, and then you slowed back down. I was like, all right, he's going to let them go because they've got a good battle going on. I was like, okay, that's cool. That's good sportsmanship. You're already, 23, 24 seconds ahead. A chance for these two to duke it out, and then they stop after like turn 2 or turn 3, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is not right.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. I was hoping that iRacing would give them one more lap just to duke it out.
Right.
After I crossed the line. But must have checkered flag them. Maybe because I had been ahead or something on that last lap, on the white flag lap. I don't know. But that was a shame. But that was like a good little battle there. I had the box seat. I was just enjoying it. It was good to see him fighting it out.
I saw it. Hey, how was it to lap the guy that's been winning? That was it was pretty. One, I thought it was impressive. I was like, see, there's tracks that even Nate's not good at, and you come out here and you show him who's boss.
Well, I mean, we must remember that Nate, he did start further back on the grid. But that said, we all know how good Nate is, so any win over Nate is one that I'll enjoy.
Well, Nate made a mistake where you did not.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I do look forward to watching it, seeing what happened. Seeing how the other guys went. I know Theo seemed to have a good race. He qualified well and finished third. That was fantastic. Well done to him. Yeah. And I look forward to seeing that, watching it.
I just like to poke Nate a little bit. That's just a little. He won 5. It was he was due to make a mistake, and you've been just consistent every race that we've seen you get in. So and so is Nate. I'm not going to take anything away from Nate. He's a bad fast driver, but it just wasn't a track for him today. And today was your day to shine, and I like that. I like seeing, we like seeing different winners, but we also like seeing how drivers accommodate the tracks and how the tracks accommodate them.
Yeah, it's good to start a bit of momentum and going into next week. It's a big track next week.
Yeah.
Last time we were there, Nate took the win. He had the better of me there, so we'll put in a bit of time and try and work that up. I'm hoping the Caffrey brothers will be available for that one, because I know they love the Nürburgring as well. So it'd be great if they could be there.
I've ran, like I said, if it's not been on dirt, I've ran it at Nürburgring, or I've made the attempt to run it at Nürburgring. It's such the icon of racing, one of the largest tracks you're ever going to see, and has some of the most dangerous corners ever.
Yeah, and we're lucky to still have it.
Yeah.
In the world as a thing that exists that you can go and drive. We're lucky to have it. It hasn't always. It's been in trouble. Is maybe not the right word. It's been in jeopardy over the years. They had a campaign there a little while ago, Save the Ring, where they needed to do something. They're looking for benefactors to come in and help them with funding, because something like that, it's not going to get big events like F1. It's just, and it would cost too much to bring it up to F1 standard. It's just impossible. And so to have it, for it to even be there still today, it's fantastic. It's an amazing place.
If you live over, actually, even if you're traveling, it doesn't really matter. If you have if you're putting your car over to the UK, folks, you need to go pay a visit to the Nürburgring. You can drive your personal vehicle or your rental vehicle. Just saying. You just got to pay for it, sign the waiver, and make sure you have enough fuel, because it's a big dang old track.
Yeah, I'd recommend perhaps not taking your Hertz or Europe car rental out there. They're wise to that at the rental car companies, and they'll know that you've done it because I think their trackers will know.
Track, yeah.
But there's plenty of local businesses there that you can just do a search for, and they'll rent you a well prepared and safe car to tackle that thing with. Get out there and do it that way. RSR's one, Apex is another. There's a few businesses in, and it's a nice car with good quality tyres, suspension, roll cage, so it's a good safe option. And yeah, you can, just as you said, mate, you can do that. You can just pay for a swipe card basically, and then you get it. However many laps you brought, you just swipe, the boom gate comes up, and there you are, you're on.
Yep.
Just got to watch those mirrors.
Because there are people out there that are fast.
Yeah, some fast cars, yeah.
I did, when they first made that an option, and this was a decade and a half ago, and then they stopped doing it for a little while. This is whenever I was in the military. We took the opportunity out there, and this is well before trackers on cars. We took our Volkswagen Golf, little Rabbit, over in that we were renting for our R&R, and we each took a lap around, and that was such a great day.
Yeah, it's an experience, isn't it? And that's a perfect car. The GTI, the Golf is a perfect car. It's plenty enough car. Is the Golf GTI? Plenty enough car for somebody like you and I to turn up and drive it. It's just right.
I scared to death. You think you're coming up, when you get into the sweeping curve, and that track, all the pinch points that are there, so you get so close to feeling the momentum, and just, it was rough back then, and I've watched content creators go over there even to this day, and they really do make a case to keep that track alive first and foremost, but it's still got the same character in it, and just to experience not just elevation change, just how the vehicles switch around, and just, I mean, it's a feel. I couldn't imagine it doing it at a professional level, but just going around there, I mean, at 100 kilometers an hour, 60, 65, whatever folks want to call it, right? That was good enough for me for a little bit. And then
Yeah,
you
it
get
is.
some you get some of the straightaways, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna punch it. Next thing you know, you've got 7 corners that are back to back to back, and it's crazy.
Yeah, it's magic. The whole reason is magic. You just yeah, if you manage to drive, you get a car and head out there and take a drive. That's great. But even if you don't, you can go and hang out in the car park near the Green Hell, which is the name of the diner there, where on the tourist driving days where you would come on and off, and probably was the same when you were there. If you can just hanging around in the car park there, checking out the cars, and it's better than any car show you've been to anywhere in the world. It's just some of the things, the rare things that turn up on the day that people just park up and put a sign next to as a display, some ultra unique things, and then you can, all the while you're there doing that, you can hear the cars, you can hear the sound of, and you can pick the engines, right, you hear it reverberating through the valleys and trees, and it's just for blokes and blokesses like all of us that enjoy cars, it's a magical spot, mate.
I agree. Love the. I don't know, I just love racing. That's why I've told many people that I want to go to Australia just for the racing scene itself. I did an R&R in Japan and saw the night scene. That's another place I recommend people going if you want to see cars, and I mean cars. Any given night, you'll see the car scene, what they call the underground car scene. It's not so underground; it's very public, but you'll see them time and time again. But David, I could talk automobiles forever, and I can talk all about racing. But you got a victory here today, and this was great to watch, and congratulations, well deserved. To everybody and to everybody that showed up to run at this course. This course is difficult, and you were the guy to tame it. So congratulations once again. Give your shout outs, brother.
Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, well done to all the drivers, particularly Colby there, P2. Yeah, well done, and 38, well done on a solid P3. I look forward to seeing how his race unfolded. But yeah, thanks to everyone else, of course, in the race. Good, clean driving everywhere from what I saw, which is fantastic. Thanks to the Chop Shop team for all of the admin behind the scenes, for all of the leagues, the work you put in. Thank you very much for all that. Thank you to yourself, as always, mate. Always enjoy your broadcast. And on a final note, just any positive sentiment coming my way from a win today, which is great, but I'm going to just go on and redirect that to the Caffrey brothers, who they're going through a thing just at the moment. So thoughts are with you guys, and I look forward to seeing you back on track.
Well, we'll continue to redirect that to the Caffreys. I love both those guys. They warm my heart every time they're on the track. So we don't need to know what's going on, but thoughts and prayers with them as well.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. David Steiner comes home in P1 tonight. And again, like I said, thoughts and prayers. I don't take that lightly. Let's talk to P2 tonight. It's going to be a guy that was putting on a fight there, and then you're just smooth sailing. P2 tonight. Colby Hartong.
Yeah, good finish. I'll take it.
You take it. How's that Mustang feel on the switchbacks here? You had to change something because you were able to hook up this time. Flatter race course. The straightaways worked really well. I saw the speed difference between you and the McLarens and the Corvettes. Just the raw horsepower of being able to get up to speed when you get to that top end. But you're able to control your corners so much better this week in comparison to some of the tighter corners that we've seen in weeks past.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was just a good setup I had in there, honestly. Yeah, it was hooked up today, like you said. It was a monster on the straights, that's for sure. I felt like no one could contest me on them straights. Especially Nate trying to tail me on there. I could tell he was struggling to keep up with me on there. And I mean, on the low corners, I was surprised the Mustang had so much grip on him. I mean, it's honestly a really good track for that car, and I I really enjoyed running it today.
It's one of those. The Mustang is the best sounding car. Outside, of course, I'm a Lamborghini fan. I like the way the Lamborghini sounds, but the Mustang with its pure all American horsepower, it has the grumble, right? It has the rumble,
Oh yeah,
but it also it it is true to form for the GT3 series. Same thing we see with stock cars, major downforce on the rear end. It's a front mounted engine. It's not a mid engine like some of the other cars are on the racetrack. So the weight transfer in this car is felt.
oh yeah. It takes off, man. You can definitely feel that. It's I would say it's a lot more stable than other cars as well because it is heavier, more planted. So you do get that. I wouldn't say it's as stable as like the BMW, but it's close to that.
Are you guys starting to feel the marbles now? Are you guys because the physics update that just happened? It's got its next iteration, and I'm watching you travel here, and you're pushing gravel off the racetrack on this replay. That is there from other drivers. You just caught air there too. That was awesome.
Yeah, there was actually a point where I think I now that I know that I think I flipped into the marbles and flipped off the track like halfway through the lap. So yeah, I didn't know that was an update that happened, but I guess that makes sense now. That yeah, it did feel a lot more unstable when you were off the race line. That's for sure.
I tell you what, they're starting to do something with this simulator. It's just going to get more and more and more realistic. And I'm glad that the road series is getting the biggest bump because I mean next to the NASCAR side of things, this has been the road side of things is kind of the bread and butter because it reaches audiences worldwide.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's their main thing. NASCAR more caters to that American crowd, which they're both still huge crowds that come and race. But yeah, road is definitely iRacing's thing.
That's why they split it into two. Yeah, it's terrible. I don't know which one I like better because we did the Indy 500 yesterday, and I love those open wheel cars. And then I watch things like this, and I'm like, I like the IMSA. I just, I can't pick or choose anymore. I'm just racing. I like racing, and I like everything that is motorsports. I guess that's the
Oh yeah,
best way to put it.
you like cars?
Yeah, yeah, cars it is.
Cars going fast.
Love it. All right, brother. Great chance to talk to you. You guys get to gain some points and try to chip away at what was going on there for the first 5 weeks. What you playing for Nürburgring?
Uh, Survive. Stay on the track. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of finishers in that race. I feel like me, Wes, and Nate and David and people who've run the 24 there, we have a huge advantage over the others. Um, but yeah, I feel pretty confident. It's a lot of memory work, honestly. It's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of memory work. It's kind of like a rally course, honestly, but you just do it over and over and over again. Because I mean, it's like a 8 minute lap. It's a lot to remember, and you pretty much have to nail every corner. But if you simplify it down to like I don't know, if you split the track up into different sections and focus on practicing those sections one at a time, it'll eventually come to you. And you just got to stay consistent and stay on the track. You're not really looking for speed at that place. You're looking to survive.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the way it's been for ages. It's an iconic track. Still love the track. It'll be a ton of fun to call. Colby, congratulations on the P2 tonight, brother. I appreciate you as always. Man, give shout outs.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the Storm guys for showing up and putting their licks in. I know Wes was pretty quick there at the end. I wish he had didn't have some issues there so he could show his speed, but he was running pretty quick there at the end. Um, and yeah, thanks for you to putting on this broadcast, and Striker and John for putting on the league. And yeah, congrats to David for the win, and congrats to Mr. for the podium.
Colby, we'll see you next week. Or, yeah, because I won't see you Saturday. You're too high rated.
Oh no, well, you're not going to see me Saturday either because I'm going to be at Daytona.
Oh yeah, Daytona. Yeah, that's a good. That's a good.
Oh,
We're
got,
gonna be missing a
got some
bunch of
good
people. There's it's
got some
day
good seats for that.
it's Daytona week. We're gonna miss a lot of drivers. Yep.
Oh yeah, costing me an arm and a leg though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Eventually, I'm gonna get my butt over there. I'd like to go to the spring race, but the 500's the Majesty, right?
Yeah, it's a great experience, honestly.
Yeah, one day
I,
my butt will be there.
I just went there for the 24 Daytona and it was awesome.
Yeah, that's a whole camping trip in itself.
Oh yeah, there were we had a hotel for the night, but coming back into the track early in the morning, there was people sleeping on the floor everywhere.
Oh, I would believe it too, because I probably wouldn't leave. I would let much like when we go to Kansas and Jess falls asleep. It's the roar of the roar of the engines that do something.
Well, we took a mid race detour to go watch the World of Outlaws at Volusia, 20 minutes away.
Yeah, that's even better.
Oh yeah,
Dirt gets you to road gets you back. That's the way it is. Colby,
sure does.
congratulations once again, man. Good. Have fun this weekend, and make sure you guys pick up a Larson souvenir for me.
Oh yeah, I'll pick that up myself. That's my favorite driver.
Is mine as well. Be good, brother. We'll see you.
Yes, sir.
It's Colby Hartown coming on P2 tonight, and last but not least, had a cough for a second there. Let's talk to Theo. Everybody calls you Theo. I've been calling you Theodore, and there's Ted, and everybody's got a name for you, man. Congratulations, P3 finish tonight. Tough track, but hey, that's where you qualified. Walk me through your race, and what'd you pick up and what'd you lay down?
Well, I put in a lot of practice this week, probably about 4 hours, and I realized it kind of reminded me of Hungaroring with these long sweeping corners.
Mhm.
Not as much, but I was really just focused on hitting the apexes and trying to get a good exit, keeping my tires in shape. But tires are being abused on this track, so. Um, my strategy was really just to qualify with good track position. I knew I had some speed there, but the question mark was really how the tires were going to last. So I got lucky, I think. I had a couple of turnarounds on the track there. Mostly, I suffered from not paying attention to my brake bias when the car was getting light. So, but I fixed that. So it
I mean,
was yeah, it was good.
and
It
that's
was
what I
good
was
fun.
talking about with the other drivers too. It's you're constantly adjusting, not just the race line, but you're adjusting yourself. And at a certain point, sometimes our own mistakes, and myself included, our own mistakes, um, have a tendency to happen when we're just in that rhythm where it's just lap after lap.
Yeah, it's you have to really kind of focus and keep that fundamental apexes and exits and kind of you know maybe drive 85-90% instead of going 100 all the time and making a mistake that'll cost you too much.
It's one thing I'm really good at is not realizing that I'm not going 100%, and I'm more of the 60% guy. So 80, 90, 80, 90 is good. Yeah, I love these cars. What makes you decide to drive a Mustang? Because I usually ask everybody whenever I get the chance to talk to them.
It was just something new for me. I was playing was very comfortable with the Mustang in Gran Turismo, and I thought to give it a try this year. I was driving the BMW, the M4 last year, and I guess had I known that everybody was going to, pick Corvette or Mustang, I might have stayed with the BMW a little bit. But I really enjoy the sound of it. That's another reason, um, and it's it also kind of suits my driving style. Just being able to hump those curbs a little bit. Um, it's very pliable over the corners.
Yeah, a little, I was showing that earlier. It just seemed like the mid-engine cars are a little bit more smooth at the corners, and the Mustang have bounce. So I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
it's just the difference in shocks and the different sways. I mean, every car is different here. I've got the Porsche, and of course I have the Lamborghini Huracan. That's my favorite car on the racetrack. They both are night and day difference when it comes to the way they drive. So, um, I just watching each car travel the racetrack differently. They may look like they're all hugging the racetrack, but realistically, you can see in each corner which car is catching air, which one's not.
Yeah, and if you listen carefully to the tires, it'll tell you how much it's complaining if you're trying to push too much, and that'll give you a chance to maybe slow down, and the next time you come around that corner and come in a little slower but exit a little faster.
Yeah. What about the update for you? How you liking all the marbles and the stuff that gets on your tires, and you have to try to avoid that stuff now?
Well, I was just thinking about this the other day about I was watching the replay in Daytona 24, and maybe they'll add cut tires if there's some rubbing between cars. So I like the update. It's a lot to get used to, but I'm all for the realism. I really enjoy that,
And
even if it's to my detriment.
well, I see it. I mean, well, your right front. By the way, your right front tires off balance.
Oh
They
no.
they need to fix that on iRacing. iRacing gods, if you are listening to this once again, because sometimes they do, uh, the tire shape is off on the front tires of the Mustangs.
Maybe they'll introduce flat spots too.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
The rim, folks, is oblong. I've literally got this thing going at a quarter speed, and I'm looking at it going, that is oblong shape. Yeah. Okay. So, and it's not the way these cars don't travel fast enough to warp the wheel. Um, not even visually. Yeah. Yeah. It makes it look like it's going like you ever bent a wheel on your tire on your bike, folks? Lots of us have. Okay, if you were a kid and you had your bicycle and you ever bent the rim on your bicycle, you know exactly what I mean. That's what it looks like, and it's not what the drivers are doing. It's not. It's not. I think it's just aesthetics. Um, but hey, who knows? I would like to see. Um, we've already got the cars are picking up debris. You're talking about cut tires. That'd be really cool. I'd love to see blowouts. If you run your tires too hard, you can have a mechanical failure. I like mechanical failures. I think um, those are good. I just think that they don't need to be random. They need to be at a certain point. Because we've all seen how NASCAR heat brings out random mechanical failures, and you're like, I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, it would add just another layer of realism. I mean, you can abuse your engine and it'll blow, and the same thing with the tires.
When I've always introduced the idea, and this is something way back in the day when we were in the original instance of iRacing, um, where instead of incident points, it would cost you a quarter if you got into an accident, right? Or you hit somebody, or you caused a spin out. If you destroyed your car, it was $1.50.
Oh,
If you hurt people's wallet, do you think they'll race you cleaner?
there's a very distinct possibility. Yes.
That's my forte. I mean, it's still not $100,000 or $200,000 worth of damage, like these cars would get. Um,
Why is
but
my membership $500?
that's exactly right. Why did I get a bill for my racing for $380? It's because my safety rating is a D class now, and I was an A class. Makes sense. Nobody would run super speedways. Nobody. So that would be the case. Anyway, that's the NASCAR side of things. I'd be afraid to run dirt at all. But that was the joking idea, the longest running joke for me, for the longest time. Theodore, I appreciate you. Tell me how to say your last name again, so that we don't screw it up.
Seidel. Very simple. Seidel.
Okay, I was close. I was close. I'm saying Seidel. I went Cy instead of yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Theo, Teddy, Ted, whatever.
Seidel.
It's all good.
Well,
Seidel.
I was going Seidel. Like, I my last name is Follow Well. So
Okay.
I have a tendency to pronounce the L.
Sure.
So that's what it is. So Seidel. Okay. Theo, congratulations. P3 finished tonight, man. Give your shout outs. I appreciate you.
Oh, yes. I'd like to thank Chop Shop and our administrators, Michael and John, for all the hard work that they do all the time. And it's been a pleasure, racing the last couple of years. And I look forward to doing some more. And I also want to thank the fans who are watching. It all makes it for a wonderful experience.
Well, this is the one series where I get to have my international watchers, and I mean, we have 3,000 or 4,000 followers on Facebook that follow us overseas. So which is awesome. So that's
amazing. Yeah.
This is where I'd like to have a little bit of everything on this platform.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, and we'll hopefully you'll see me again.
I look forward to it because we have Nürburgring next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Crown Jewel. It's an hour and a half. Oh, yeah.
It'll be tough.
Oh yeah, but it'll be fun. You'll enjoy it, no matter what happens. If you're gonna wreck, at least send it, because the tow is faster than the lap.
Oh well, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's an 8-minute lap. So
Yeah.
in this car,
Okay.
it's about an 8-minute lap. I think the combined, it's going to be an 8-minute lap. So it'll take you 3.5, almost 5 minutes for the tow. If you're going to send it.
Okay. Yeah. Overcommit.
Yeah, overcommit. That's right. If you feel yourself getting loose and you know you're going toward a wall, throttle up or into a tree. There's a couple of places at Nürburgring that you'll get reset to pit road because you'll fly off into the no zone. Ted, much love, man. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thanks again.
You too. That's Theodore coming home P3 tonight, and I'm not kidding, folks. It is a big track. Nürburgring is massive. It's going to be a ton of fun. Budgie, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you to everybody for being out there as well. David Steiner gets the win. Biggest mover of the race is going to be Michael Strickland. He's up 5 spots tonight, and I'm sorry, it's tied. It was Michael Strickland, Nathan Bigart, which means if it's tied, it's going to be the furthest driver back, and that'll be Robert Church. Robert Church up 4, along with everybody else that was up 4. So Bigart would have finished 4th, and Stryker finished 5th, so that makes them 4 apiece. Church started the furthest back. He started dead last. He finishes in 7th. We appreciate everybody. Be good, be safe, be kind of one of the most important factor of life, because if you don't, well, you know the deal. You know the deal. Nothing wrong with the top 5 for Stryker, says Mr. Van Nest. I agree. Yeah, it's all good stuff. Thank you, folks, for being out there. I appreciate you all. We will see you Wednesday for Sim 500. If I don't stream tomorrow night, well, we should stream tomorrow night. We'll see. We'll see you in the next one, folks. Be good.